What we're doing today is building out the perfect run and gun camera for me as a solo operator that I can take to my US road trip, which I'm also going to tell you a little bit about while I'm preparing this gear here. So let's start with just the camera alone. This is the FX3. I've recently just bought it because initially I wasn't planning to make this trip alone, but now I'm making a huge fraction of it alone, and I'm gonna produce this series about the future of filmmaking and how content creators might be that future. So yeah, now that I'm alone, FX3 it is. I'm gonna be using some cinema lenses, which are using PL. And for that, Nisi was kind enough to send me their PL Adapter, which is really sturdy, really nice. Love that thing, it's really solid and doesn't really have a lot of play. And next up, the lenses I will be using. I'm still sorting things out to collaborate with a brand that I've collaborated with in the past. But in the meanwhile, I'm just gonna be slapping on the Nisi Athena 14mm fitting to the PL adapter, which they've also sent me. Great size, great weight, companion for the FX3. So that's already a great start. By the way, you can find all the links to all the bits and pieces I'm using in this video down in the video description. Next up, I'm gonna be carrying this camera around a lot for this project, and I also want to mount it to a lot of things. So I'm gonna be using the SmallRig Cage for the FX3, which I noticed I just now should have probably put this on before I put on the lens. And this project I'm making is supposed to showcase what filmmaking can look like in the future. And specifically I want to talk about what stands in the way of the creative process within 6 episodes. So each episode has like a specific topic that I'm going to be talking about, but it's also still documenting my way to Hollywood while I'm going from New York City to LA. I'm going to be trying to make this series as cinematic as possible. So if you want to see the series, subscribe right now and you will see it when it comes out. Let's not forget that top plate. By the way, I've also been trying out the Lumix S1 Mark II. I still just like handling the Sony camera a bit more, even though it's pretty much 4 years old. I don't know, maybe it's just my personal preference. I've kind of started using the Sony Alpha 6300. Feels right at home. And I'm also super impressed with the low light capabilities of this camera and just the image quality it delivers. The idea of all of this is to be as hassle-free as possible and also wireless. I don't want any wires going into this camera or out of this camera. So for that, I love the DJI Mic too. I've just gotten them, even though I also have the OG DJI mics. But the reason I got these, not necessarily because of the 32-bit float audio, but because I can just use this little adapter, which allows me to just plug it in to the camera wirelessly. And this even uses the power of the camera, so I don't even have to worry about this battery dying. The only battery I have to worry about is the in-camera one. Next up, we gotta find a solution for monitoring on this camera because, yes, I could use the little flip-out LCD screen, but that's a bit too small for me and I want a bit more monitoring tools. What works really well is just using the iPhone and the Monitor Plus app, which I've put on the little action button. So it's really quick to access. If I just want to get on my phone, push this little button here, and it opens the app immediately. I got this little Nato rail monitor mount and this SmallRig MagSafe plate. So this clears just enough so I can put my phone on here and wirelessly monitor the camera feed. But before we turn it on and try it out, there's one more addition I need to make. We added the Peak Design strap so I can carry this around with me. Turn this on here and turn on the phone. And just click pair. And we have a wireless little monitor feed, which works surprisingly well. So you can also run the app via a USB-C cable. And the connection is much more stable. And whether you use this app with the cable or not, you also have full camera control, all via this touch screen, as well as have like all the professional monitoring tools that you would want. You even have custom D-squeeze to do vertical anamorphic, something like this. But yeah, that's pretty much my setup. I hope it inspires you. And if you don't want to miss any updates on my America trip, go follow me on Instagram. I will share updates there, and I'm gonna release the series as soon as I'm back and have the time to edit all of it. Bye.